retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Like a disease.
Hello folks, welcome to the channel or welcome back to the channel. Either way, welcome to the channel. I don't usually say this, but I got my money's worth watching the fights on Sunday morning. It was refreshing to see a card that didn't have cherry-picked or fixed fights. It was pure entertainment. Only fault was Andy Ruiz's fight. I thought Miller won because Ruiz was running out of gas and Miller finished stronger. That's my opinion. And this morning my bookie's phone saying, "Aren't you coming over to our more bets? We'll have to take your money." I put the phone down and closed my account. You won't get my money. I stopped gambling 14 years ago when I was ahead on horses. I never bet on boxing and never did. Because if I did, I would have lost my money. I gave 4 predictions and 2 of them lost. It's very unusual for me, but they did lose. I'll put my hand up and say I was wrong. Only used to bet if I had 70% chance. Anything less, I kept away. I'll never bet again. I like my money in the bank, thank you. Bakole versus Anderson, a review of the Riyadh season in America. It was quite an event. Thanks to Turki Alalsheikh, he did a fantastic job organizing this card, featuring a mix of exciting and disappointing fights. Well, when I say disappointing, I'm talking about Anderson fight. I predicted Anderson's going to win, and he lost. And I don't usually get them wrong, but I did this time. So let's dive into the highlights. Bakole versus Anderson. First, hats off to Martin Bakole. He has proven himself to me to be among the top heavyweights. Personally, I rate him the 5th best heavyweight now. Bakole's performance against Zhilei Anderson was a demolition job. I didn't expect Bakole to dominate Anderson the way he did. This fight exposed how promoters and managers can fool fans with their padded records. They often put their fighters against the weak opponents to boost their records, making them seem better than they are. But when they face a genuine contender like Bakole, the truth comes out. Zhilei Anderson was touted as the next superstar in heavyweight boxing. Even I thought he had the potential to be a world champion. However, a few weeks back, I changed my mind because Anderson himself mentioned that he wasn't fully committed to boxing and planned to leave the sport in a few years. This lack of dedication showed me in his performance. A fighter with such an attitude can't be serious about the sport. After seeing Bakole dismantle him, it's clear Anderson isn't in the same league as the top 10 heavyweights. Anderson should consider stepping away from boxing because there are better boxers than Bakole who could defeat him even quicker. Fighting weak opponents can be deceiving. Anderson's last 2 performances were poor, especially against the Belgian cruiserweight Riyadh. He couldn't finish Murhi and went on to points. Anderson lacked punch power, footwork, and boxing intelligence. He couldn't change tactics to finish a cruiserweight who barely threw punches. Martin Bakole is a beast. Anderson landed some heavy shots to Bakole's body, but they had no effects. He tried jabs, solid backends, but nothing worked. Bakole took them all and shrugged them off. When Bakole realized Anderson's punches were ineffective, he started landing his own. A solid uppercut from Bakole floored Anderson, wobbling his brain. Fair play to Anderson, though, for getting up, but it was clear his heart wasn't in it. That uppercut sealed Anderson's fate. Bakole knew he could finish Anderson with a few more headshots, and he did. Anderson showed he has a weak chin and can take headshots. In my opinion, Bakole had an easy fight. Anderson was too easy for him. We don't know how good Bakole is, who will fare against another top boxer, as Anderson isn't a top boxer. Bakole disposed of him in a few rounds. The next fight for Bakole should be against Zhilei Zhang. However, Zhang is a 40-year-old and may not last more than 7 rounds. The real test is whether Bakole has the stamina to go the distance with a heavy puncher and a good defensive fighter like Zhang. Anderson's defense and boxing IQ were poor. He should have changed his plan, moved around, used jabs and tired Bakole out. Instead, he got too excited and wanted to show off, believing in his hype. His corner should have instructed him to keep his distance, hit and move around, especially after the first round knockdown. If I were his trainer, that's what I would have told him. Study your opponent, do your homework before you enter the ring, and don't just show up and believe in your hype thinking you can win, because there is always someone better. By the way, did anyone see that Anderson looked nervous at the press conference? Those are my thoughts and opinions, folks. Let's see Bakole versus Zhang, two giants with heavy punches. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time.